Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is launch day for our August toppers of the month. So if you're new to my channel, I have been releasing monthly quilting and cross stitch patterns for a few years now. The first one we did was our trucks of the month. Each truck has a different seasonal motif in the back. We also did houses of the month. Those were super cute. Last year we did pillows of the month, and then this year we're doing toppers of the month, as in table toppers or table runners. So we're gonna take a look at those today, but before we do that, I just wanted to remind you that we do still have some of our August sticker packs in our shop. These are seasonal stickers. There's one for each month. Each month has 6 stickers in it. They're high quality, high color vinyl, so perfect for putting on water bottles, laptops, guitar cases. I also have them on my sewing machine, and they're super cute. So these are available in my store, and I will link them below. All right, let's go ahead and start off with our August cross stitch. So here is our stitchy progress January through August. We've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August. For August, I decided to do this cute little berry basket with some strawberries. I thought that would be so much fun. And in previous years, we've done strawberries as our theme for August as well. So I thought it'd be fun to keep in with that. Let's take a closer look at our little stitchy piece. So here are the August berries, and you can see that white little berry basket, and then we've got our berries and a couple little flowers in there as well. I'm stitching on 14 count Charles Craft Ada in the platinum colorway. The white doesn't stand out quite as much as if I was using a darker background, but you can still see it. I think it looks super cute. And then I've got little pink and red berries, and then I just alternated the little seed colors. And then I did add a little bit of yellow in between those flowers just to make it extra fun. There's nothing tricky on this block. It's very easy to do. Like the previous blocks, I am using all DMC floss. Here are my colors, and also this is all listed in my store listing and in the pattern as well. And then you just need some scissors, your size 26 tapestry needle, and you're pretty much good to go. And then before we start our sew along, I just went through and stitched my entire border first. That took the longest, but it was really nice to have that done because now as the months release, I can just add my motifs in, and it's really easy to be able to see where those go. This stitch along is totally beginner friendly. These pieces are very easy. There's nothing tricky in there. The only thing that you may find are there's a little bit of back stitching in just a couple of them. And I do have a how to cross stitch series here on YouTube. I have a whole playlist from beginning to end if you're brand new to cross stitching, and I have special videos that show you how to do those little back stitches, or if there's any half or quarter stitches, which I don't think there are any in this particular block. But if you need help cross stitching, you can definitely check out that how to cross stitch beginner series. But that's it for our progress. So let's go ahead and take a look at our Quilty August topper. Okay, so I think you guys are gonna like this one. Since we did the little berry basket, I wanted to do some quilty berries as well. So these are little strawberries sitting in a cute little berry basket. This fabric that I used is a mix of my So Quilty fabric, my Heartland fabric, and I think actually the background fabric on here is from my Christmas spools, my Believe fabric line. So I did a lot of mixing and matching for this one. So this little mini quilt features a cute border. We've got some pinwheels up here in the top with this cute border, and I just went ahead and used a red gingham because I thought it just looked really fun. And then in the middle we've got that berry basket with, you can see the little holes, and so you can see this bottom strawberry peeking out through those holes. We've got the big one and then 2 little strawberries, and I went ahead and mixed and matched the reds and the pinks for this because I wanted the berries to stand out a little bit from each other. So when you're doing this, just make sure that you have 3 different fabrics that are gonna coordinate together but not take away from each other, and so you're able to see each of those strawberries. The gingham strawberry looks a little hard to see on camera, but it looks really cute in person. And then we've got our little pinwheels for our strawberry toppers. So for the quilting on this, I decided to do something new, and I thought it would be really fun to try and do little strawberries on the quilting. I've never done it before, so I thought I would share a little bit of my quilting process, but let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see something a little more in detail of how I do this. But I knew I wanted to do strawberries, and so I took a piece of paper, and this is literally my plan of attack. And I just started over here, and I'm like, okay, how can I get into like a strawberry and give it some, you know, greenery, come out, do another one. Obviously, these are really rough. And then this last one, I was like, okay, I can deal with that. So this is obviously the version that I decided to try and go with, but this is what it looked like first. And believe it or not, I'm not a great person drawing, but when I get to my sewing machine, I'm actually a lot better at doing it on my machine than I am on a piece of paper. So if you're terrible on your paper, don't let that discourage you. Give it a try, and if you're worried about ruining your project, try it on like a little sample. Do like just a plain piece of fabric, batting in fabric so you've got that same texture, and then go through and just try and do it on your sewing machine and see if it's a little bit easier. I personally think it's easier to do it on my machine than on paper. But here is literally what it looked like to start out with. And then here's what it looks like on my quilt. So you can see none of the strawberries are perfect, but I did just go ahead and try and do some swirlies, and then I added in a strawberry wherever I felt like. I don't think any of them are the same. They're all just a little bit different. And I just swirl strawberry, swirl strawberry. I don't think too much about it. If one doesn't turn out great, I just keep on going. Not a big deal. And it's more just practice. Nobody's gonna look at this, I don't think, and be like, man, that's like a messed up strawberry right there. And there is one in there, by the way. But I don't worry about it too much. I just try and have fun, try new designs, learn something new each time I do it. And then when I'm done, I always love it. It turns out so cute. And like I said, I don't think anybody's gonna be super critiquing my strawberries when they're looking at it. If they are, I mean, I'll just let them have that and move on with my life, because I don't think it's that big of a deal. So you can see right here, I mean, I just came in, I did the strawberry, and then I came out and did some of the leaves, and then I came up and did another leaf, and then I came out and just went off on my merry way. So that's how I do the quilting on these projects. I draw it on paper first, and then I just kind of go for it. And it's not always perfect, but it is a lot of fun, and I love learning new patterns. On the back, I've got my Sew Quilty. This is the fabric we used for our background for Sew Quilty, and then I used the Sew Quilty stripe for the pink stripe for the binding. And then here's my label. As always, I get these labels from www.everemblem.com, and I think this one is the whimsical floral or something like that. You can search for floral personalized labels, and she has a bunch of different ones. This is just the one I picked, so you can go to her website and just see what she has available. But I love this fabric. This is what we used again on the backing for the Sew Quilty quilt. I didn't have enough for my whole backing, so I used it for my outer border on that quilt, and then I do have some scraps left over, and I've used it on the backing of this. And actually, I had 2 strips, so I did have to stitch this together. So there's a seam actually that runs right down the middle of this in the back. And this is a table topper, so I don't really care that much about it. Even if it was a quilt, you're obviously going to still have a seam down it. So I just use up my scraps. You can even make the backs scrappy on these. I think for the February one, I think I did 4 squares and just put them together because that's just what I had left. So for these smaller projects, I love using up my scraps. They're just perfect for that. They're small pieces. It's not like you have to do a whole quilt. So they're great for digging into your scrap bins. All right, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the August Topper launch. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Don't forget to join our Facebook group called Sew With Me on Facebook. That group is a private group, so you do have to ask to join, but that's where we're sharing all of our fun makes, and you can see what everyone else is doing in there. I also do some sneak peeks in that group. I give you some pre-notification for things coming up as well, so it's a great group to be in. As always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming fun. That's going to be it for today's video for our August toppers. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video. Dude, I love doing strawberries for August. I don't know when I started doing that. I think it was, when did I do that? For the trucks. What is that called? I don't know what that's called. And then for the quilting on this, what did I do?